What's going on, YouTube? OGs, Nitro RCs coming at you. Episode 30. The big 3-0. Episode 30. Triple X's for OGs Nitro Corner. Haha. Here we go, boys. How's everybody doing tonight? Oop, hold on a second. Let me turn down the TV. Turn down TV, guys. I got Call of Duty going on back there in the background. I got this camera set up all willy wonky, and it should not be attached to the table no more, so we'll see how it's going to act, because it is not hooked to the table no more. So hopefully you don't get any more of this noise, and we're going to see what this is sounding like as I'm doing all this right now, because I'm going to stop this and go back and play it. Be right back. Winner, chicken frickin' dinner. Can't hear nothing. No more bumbling. Now my buddy Corey up there in Canada doesn't have to disconnect his subwoofer because it's rattling the house from all the feedback coming through the microphone and everything else that goes on. So yeah, guys, here we go. Episode 30 from The Corner. OG's Nitro Corner. First off, guys, I gotta say this. First off, I gotta tell you. Well, what came through on the old notification phone today. I was watching my buddy All Aspects RC, Otis, badass barbecue chef, and RC Nitro builder, racer, no prep, OG king of the streets. I was watching his last video about his Savage giveaway update, and lo and behold, what does he do at the end of the video? But he gives this poor slob right here another huge shout out for my channel. Brother, I gotta tell you, Aspects, how much I appreciate that. I don't have words for it, so I'll try to make this short and sweet, brother. But man, you have no idea how much I appreciate that. You give me a shout out in your videos and how much you like my content, and he looks forward to watching the corner videos, like what's going on right now, and he's always talking about them and stuff. So yeah, he's All Aspects RC. You guys look him up. Go follow his channel. He's OG. He's out west. I think he's in Cali. Down to earth, bro. Cool as shit. He's just a good human being. A good, honest human being. My kind of people right here. So go check him out. The man's legit. Knows his stuff. Got one hell of a collection of trucks and cars going on. Tuning, racing, running wheelies down the street. He's got it going on, guys. So show him some love for me. Show him some love. Anybody here that's watching this already knows him and probably already watches him anyway. It's not like I got some big following, but I do believe I hit 180 subs. You guys are just amazing. So, for any of you that don't know about Mr. All Aspects RC, go check him out if you would. Give his channel some love, because, man, the love he passes out to guys like me and stuff like that, and to other channels, and supports us and what we're doing and everything like that, just, it's got to be recognized, people. It's got to be recognized. He's a blessing. So anyway, thanks, brother. You know how much I appreciate you, brother, from another mother, and love you to death, bro. Thanks for the shout out, and let's keep these channels rocking the best we can. So with all that said, now we can move on. My phone's blowing up over here again, so let me see if it's Mr. Oh, no, it's another friend of mine. I thought, but then again, Corey's probably in a live stream someplace. He'll be hitting me up in a second. So, yeah, we'll be getting those messages from him probably in a little bit, because it never fails. Let me check this out real quick, guys. Hold, give me 1 second. Yep. Get this sent on the way. Now we can get back into here and talk about what's going on. Okay, as you see here, I have my last radio link receiver. Love these little things. Push button on the side for easy setting. 6 channels on these bad boys, the RFGs, and these have the built-in gyros in them. I mean, these things are just amazing for like $15 a piece, guys. I mean, off Amazon, buy them all day long. But this is my last one. Pulled it out of my monster truck, my other X, my big green one, my boy, my beast. So I pulled it out of him because I won't be running him probably till next summer, even though he's a good truck to run in the winter. I shouldn't say that because I might take him out in snow bashing. It's pretty easy to run him in the wintertime, you know. And yeah, but I gotta get some more receivers first. We got this receiver down, but we're gonna pull a battery pack out here real quick, guys. This is gonna be just close and personal, boys. We're not gonna do anything major today. I don't think anyway. I'm gonna try to make this another hour-long episode. Keep everything entertaining. And as you see, that is those are my last two besides this 1600 stick pack that I got. And I bought this. Oh, what did I get this for, guys? I bought two of these, and one of them is in I believe it's in the Hobeo buggy. But I got two of them, so I have another one there, and I have two more humpback packs. So this is one that we'll be using for this 2021 build. Save my venom. Need to buy some more of these. Amazon, best place to get those too. And don't think you can't get anything from Amazon, boys. If you go on Amazon and punch in HPI Savage parts, you'll bring up HPI Savage parts, air filters, clutch bells, transmissions, 4.6, 5.9 motors. Everything will come up HPI, and it'll come to you in an HPI package. I mean, I thought I had some in here. Yes, right here. These linkages, HPI linkages. You guys see that? These are the linkages that I ordered right from Amazon. I think they were like 11 or 12 bucks, and they're like 20 something dollars off eBay. But yeah, and they come right from HPI, right through Amazon. It's, yeah, don't be fooled, guys. Don't be fooled. You can get good parts. Low C, Red Cat, Armor, a Team Associated, HPI, of course Traxxas. You can get all this stuff off Amazon. So, got our battery. Get that put up here. Get my charger down, guys. Alright, pull out my squid pack. What we're going to do is we're going to charge up this battery a little bit while we're sitting here shooting the shit and getting stuff around, and then we're going to pull that Savage 21, that vintage 21 that you guys have been watching me build. That's going to turn out to be pretty good. And just so you know, if I can get it out of here, got to get used to the position of this camera, guys, because it is literally like 8 inches by my right shoulder. Until I can, my cheap ass gets out and buys a tripod. But we're going to use the Proline body, the yellow body on the 21. And I'll probably take these big block stickers off this because I didn't like them on there anyway. So I might convert this over to my 21 body and run this on there just for the hell of it, and take the 4.6 stickers off it. That might be the road we end up on, fellas. I don't know. But we're gonna show you that. What the hell am I got going on down here? Some kind of shit bouncing around. Oh, I got those truggy bodies down there. So we're gonna get this plugged up, hooked up, charging up. And then you're gonna watch me go through, because out of all the many little tools that I have, I'm just now starting to accept the reality that there's a lot of newer stuff that I need. Like a servo tester would be really nice right now. Come in handy. You know, then I wouldn't need all this and all that. But, you know, we'll get to those later on. You know, I haven't ever wanted one till now, and I guess I don't really need one. It's just, you know, hey, all the cool kids have them. And again, if you don't know about these Prodigy 610 EZ chargers by ProTech, they are the cat's meow. It is. Got a 1600 milliamp battery, 6 volt. So never leave unit while in use. Cool. Read manual and warnings. Cool. It'll do that every time, guys. And we're going to select not NiCad, not Live, not Life, not Lilo, not LiPo. We're going to select NiCad batteries. Start. Manual charge current 1.6 amp. What we want to charge that at. Yes, we're going to leave it at 1.6 amps because it's 1600 milliamps. Hold it until it chimes. Boom. Now it's charging. So, we're going to get him going here. Get this receiver hooked up. Going to test out some servos to get in this 21. And like I said, I went through and tested all these, what I consider to be good, because they're all used servos. You know, as long as they're not staticky and totally glitching out of their minds, I wrote good on the baggies. So these are all high-tech servos. I'm not going to use these, even though I thought about, because I'm building, which you guys don't know about yet, but I'm building 2 more Savages besides 21, because I got to build one for the 25 and I got to build one for the 4.6 that's up there. I'd rather have, if it was going to be a high torque servo or a speed servo, I'd rather have them in those 2 trucks than in this 21. Not taking nothing away from the 21, but it's a 21. It's not gonna have quite the punch that the other ones have. So, and here's my HPI ones that say good. So we'll put those back in there. And there's my last 3-wire. And yeah, a lot of guys call these 2-wire because they are 2-wire, but there's 3 wires. You have a battery plug, a charging cord, and then your receiver cord. So these are 3 wires. Again, Amazon, packs of 3 for like $6. I have to order some of these too. Every one of my trucks has one of these in it. Every one of my trucks has a humpback 1600 milliamp in it. So there's things that I need. This is one of them. So old receivers, crystals. These are the high-tech, or no, those are the HPI. Those are the high-tech, and we'll use that switch. So that being said, we'll go through here and see what we have for HPIs. Now, we have the SF10W, which are the newer servos. There's a 20W. There's a throttle and a steering servo pair right there. That was quick at 7.1 volts. It says full, which I never trust that on a quick charge. It could be bleeped out for it's been setting. I don't think this is one of my old ones, but then again, that could be one of my old ones. So we're going to charge it again. Stop, start. See how long it goes this time. And then here is the SF1. The other SF1. And there's an SF2. There's another SF1. And another SF1. So these are your stock old school servos. These, the SF10s and stuff, these have the metal cases on them. Or no, these aren't the metal case ones, but these are the newer ones, the newer servos with the SF20, 20W, and these are just the SF2 and SF1s. So we're going to go ahead and test these, the lower grade ones. Yeah, I know, guys. And we're going to test the lower grade ones and stick those in the 21 build and see which ones are going to be our jam, so to say. So if that goes off again, that means that's my old battery out of one of my other trucks that's already got a good charge on it, so we'll take it at that and we'll use it. We'll see how long it goes this time. And the big dirty, the 21. So we can go ahead and get this. We'll keep the engine out of it for now. Yes, I said engine, not motor. We're not going to have that fight tonight, guys. You know the rules. I'm going to stick him over there for now. And the battery box and everything that I said isn't really fun to play with while it's mounted into the chassis. So yeah. So now I get to fiddle fart around with this while the front end's on and then strapped into the chassis, and get these servos set in here and screwed down. Fun stuff, guys. Fun stuff. As soon as we figure out which 2 are good, we'll slap them in there and turn them over, get everything hooked up. And if all we do today out of this little video we got going on here is by getting the servos put in here, well then so be it. But this is how I go about hooking my stuff up basically every time I do a build. Every time I do a build, this is what OG does. With this equipment, this technique, this way, everything. And the reason why I'm using that receiver pack out of Monster, because that's the one that's going in the low C8T, my low C8 truggy over there on the floor that hasn't even been started yet, is because that'll do for now. So I can set the endpoints, or not, I can set the endpoints and center the servos with that receiver, and then that receiver will not be put in this truck. This truck will be receiverless for now until I get out to storage. It's supposed to 100% chance of rain in the morning, guys. This is going to suck for like 2 or 3 days. Seriously, it's going to. But me and the pup are going to make an effort to get out to storage, even though I hate getting out in the nasty shit. But oh well, there, battery's done. I'll take that as a sign that that's an old battery and it's still got charge in it. So we're done with that. Anywho, I'll get out to storage. I'll get the wheels that I need for this, and I'll get a radio and a receiver. Like I was going to bring home that HPI radio with the receiver taped to it. That's how all my radios out there are. And I'll bring that one home. We'll stick the receiver in here, and that'll be what we use for now, even though I can't stand the thought of having multiple radios around here. No big deal. It'll just be one radio for this truck for now, and then this week, if I get the money around, which I should be able to get a couple dollars up, I'll order a couple more receivers off Amazon, because they're like $15 a piece. So a couple more receivers is only going to cost me like 36 bucks with shipping. So I can have me a couple more receivers here to go in these trucks, so I can go back down just having one radio like I prefer to do instead of having multiples. So that's what we're doing. So that all being said, let's test these out. Okay, battery done, full. Unplug it. We're done with the charger. We can put all this back now. That was quick and painless. Very quick. Actually, it can only charge for maybe 5 minutes. So we get everything all wound up here. Get our squid link undone. Where's our big giant red tie at? What do we do with that, guys? It was right up here. What do I do with it? Here it is. I never throw this away for this reason. I put this in here, wrap it, wrap it, wrap it, and then twist. And there's my plug and my squid. Everything's together. And it goes right back in the battery box, the battery tray. And it goes right there on the shelf. So, harness, on, off, there's off. And then your battery goes plugged into here, red to red, black to black. This end goes to your receiver. We punch that always into number 3. Just like that, because number 2 is always throttle. Number 1 is always steering. So we have dirty number 1, and here's a clean number 1, clean number 2, and dirty 1, dirty 1, dirty 1. So we only have one number 2. Okay, so that's cool. So what we have here is we have throttle. Plug that one in. Then we have one steering one. Plug that one in. The hopes is the steering one. We hope the steering one, this SF2 is okay. We don't have to use the other ones, but that's the sort of important one. And that receiver came out of Monster, so that receiver is going to be linked to the name Monster right there in the radio. Enter. Back out. Back out. Now when I turn this on, this radio should interact with these servos. Bada bing, bada boom, guys. Boom, there it was. Snap. I just heard one of them really slam home. You guys see that? Plenty good enough. Throttle. It's a little gritty. Brake. The throttle is okay. But the brake is a little gritty. You can hear it clicking on the inside. It's really fighting with itself. So we'll undo that one. We'll try another one. Let's see if this one's any better. This one's been smashed a little bit. It's a little rough here. So plug him in, see where he's at. He sounds a little gritty too. The other one actually sounded better except for the reverse, or the brake I should say. So he's a maybe. He's a possible. Let's check out this one. Another clean number one. That's our winner. Okay. So those are the ones. Those are the ones. Need little zip bags. Always keep these guys. These things are handy dandy for everything. Do not throw those away unless they are full of holes. And that one's not full of holes yet. So we have everything we need to get the truck going. Alright, so we know we're good here. That's a really good steering servo. Yes, he is. He's jamming. He is jamming. You squeeze them slow, guys. As long as they're not twitching, it just isn't twitching. That's the gearing you're hearing in there, real slow. So, okay, those are cool. Now I'll put these other ones back in here. And we got our servo box up here. Okay, good to go. Now, turn it off. Turn it off. Put everything up and away for now. Unplug the battery. Unplug the servos. Unplug the battery. Receiver. Servos, harness, battery. Put the charger away. Alright guys, alright. Let me check this phone real quick, boys and girls. Good stuff. Take a drink of my natural light. Yeah, buddy. Okay, boys and girls, here we go. Let's see how much we can cuss at this, because that was the problem with these old school ones. Let me get these out of the way so we don't crank any wires. They had pins up here in the front that held the radio lid on, and as you see how it doesn't want to pull out of there right now, yeah, that tells you how much of a pain in the butt they were and how much they are to get on and get off. Total tobacco, so much better the other way and everything else. So yeah, that's just a whole much better jam. And I really hate to waste a wiring harness on this, but we gotta do what we gotta do. I'm not taking that lid off as you see it, and charging, and you gotta take the lid off every time to charge the battery up, and that's not gonna happen. Even though I plan on running this, you know, enough, so it's justified having, you know, a different switch inside there. So we'll go ahead and go with that, so to say. So let's see if we can get this done, boys. See how much time this is going to take. Oh, never like it when they don't come out like they're supposed to. That's not a good thing. It's not a good thing at all. That's supposed to come right up off there. And it's not wanting to, boys. It's not a good thing, fellas. It's not a good thing. Yeah, see, it popped off that time. Come right off. After I took the whole face off it. Alright, that's not a good thing. So that's the on position, that's the off position. So this is how we want to do this. I always run the off to the antenna side, so I push and pull. I set all of them up the same way, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Oh, that was bad. Boys, you already know. If we didn't drop it, it wouldn't be a show. That's just the way it is. Law of the West. Come on, buddy. What are you doing? But you were already down there. You ain't even doing nothing. Not wanting to cooperate. Bada bing. When there's a will, there's a way, right, guys? So now we got him on there. We'll throw him off to the side. Now we'll work on these servos, and here's the one. So this is going to be the throttle servo, and we talked about the little bitty hole that this thing has to come up through. Oh, goodness. Yes, just like that. And a little bitty hole that the thing goes in. It's right here. Just like that. Just like that. I'm pretty sure that's the right way. Linkage. Everything else. So, what the hell did I do with my towel? Because our linkage we're not going to use yet. Even though I can't remember what we did with our linkage. I thought I had it sitting up here with everything else, but apparently I don't. It must be it's in the bag. It's got to be in the top of the bag then. Yep. So we'll worry about that in a minute. Let's get this thing strapped in first. With our handy dandy servo screws. Little 4 shorties with the hoods on them. You guys see those? Yep, that's what those are. That's exactly what those are. Just like that. And I don't think it goes the other way. It wouldn't make no sense to go the other way because then the wire's got to come back across itself. So I'm pretty sure I got this sitting there right. If not, I'll just have to undo it. Sorry about that, guys. My arm's right in the way. What the hell happened to my TV, man? I totally lost all my Call of Duty. Wanted it turned on a little bit. That turned off. Alright. There's that. And there's that. And there's that. Alright. One in. And we'll get our other 3, 4 screws out for the other servo. Put those up there. Close that up for right now so we don't drop it all over the floor. Yeah, see guys, even when I ordered my I ordered my spur gears from Amazon. From Amazon. They came in HPI. See, they come right from HPI Racing. So it's no joke, guys. It's no joke. Okay. Now we need the main one, the big one, the almighty one. Yeah. The steering one. Oh. Everybody's favorite, not friend. So we'll take the skid plate off like we talked about maybe having to do. Just be easier. This front locking plate. It's held on with the two shorties. Okay. Now we can get in here and really see this. Sort of, pretty much. I'm trying to bump this camera. You guys are like a parakeet right now. You're sitting right on my right shoulder. Camera is. So yeah, where are we at here, boys? Where are we at? Let's see if we go in this way, or if we go in the short way, and we go in this way. Yes, just like that. Bada bing. So, that being said, get ye old. Oops. This is where you kind of wish it was magnetic, and it's not. So what you do is you take you a little bitty magnet and put it on your screwdriver, and then it magnetizes your screwdriver for you. So then you can reach in here and grab anything. So as long as that magnet's touching your screwdriver, the whole thing's magnetized. And you can drop this sucker right in here and screw it in with no problem, guys. See that? Little trick of the trade. Another screw. It's still magnetized from having the magnet stuck to it. So I magnetized it for a minute. See? Now it's, the magnetic is wearing off. So what we do is we put the magnet on the driver again, put the screw on it. There we go. And we put it in the hole. Get rid of your magnet. Screw in your screw. This is if you don't have magnetic tipped drivers. That's what that's for, guys. Now we're going to do the two up front that you can barely even see. That's still got the magnet left in it to drop in there. It'll stay magnetized for a minute until you grab a few of these screws, and then it loses its stickiness. Okay. In like Flynn, fellas, in like Flynn. Now, that's set right down on there, which is not a good thing because it acts like that horn's stripped, which we don't want. And since I can't see it, it sits right on top of that. That's not a good thing. Which tells me that I have to take this damn thing off. Which is what I did not want to have to do. But, oh well. And we're going to take it off the bell crank and not at the servo. That way I can see more of what I'm doing when I replace it. Because that should be a standard 25, the servo horn on the servo. And yes, all the teeth are still on it. And this one is not a 25. As big as that sumbitch is, I can tell by looking at it, it's not a 25. By no means. So, we look at our servo box that we have up here. Push it off to the side a little bit, guys. And no, somewhere in here I have a bag right here. The servo horns in it. Yes. Servo horns. Basically, the whole bag is servo horns and attachments. So, find this one in here that says 25 on it, and that's our homie. This one should be it right here. Okay. There we go, guys. That one fits right on there. It just needs to be screwed in and held. And then we put the linkage on. And I think everything will be all right. I do. I might have to change that horn to a smaller one, which we will see here in just a second. But the way it's looking right now, no, we're going to be okay. But you know how that goes. Things never go according to plan, fellas. They never do. So we're going to take this one off, because this is the one that's got the hump in it. See, it's got the curved arm in it. We don't want that one. I want the straight one. See if the straight one is any better. The hump one would have burnt, but bam. Bingo. All right, now here's the kicker. We got to turn this on, which means we have to hook all this crap up and center these servos up before we do anything else. So the reason why I did that is I didn't want these servos bouncing around on my receiver up here and messing my receiver up. So channel 1 is steering, and channel 2 is throttle and brake. Channel 3, where's our harness at? There's our harness. Channel 3 is the harness. And then our battery plugs into this one. This is where we got to be careful, guys, that we don't pinch any wires or anything like that while we're flip-flopping this damn thing around. You see what I'm saying? Just like this. Okay. And you got dip grease all over your hand at the same time that you got to deal with. So now I'm gonna turn this on, turn the radio on. Everything should center up. Okay. Now that we did that, we can see that our steering servo is not. You guys can't see it that way, but yeah, you can see that the servo horn is not dead center. It needs to go that way to the front more. So we're going to pop this sucker off here. We know that's center. That's a little closer to center, but not really. That's center, just like that. Now, we need to screw that down in there with something. I don't know if it needs another hooded servo screw, if that's what'll work in there, or if it actually needs a fine thread. Because if this is a fine thread on the inside, feel it and hear it. So we're going to try finding something a little bit different, a little smaller. Guess I should have looked down in there to see if it was a fine thread or a coarse thread, guys. That's what I should have done. Because I moved all the mismatched ones to the other box, which means those are all right here now. Yeah, they're everywhere now. Give me a second, fellas. Give me a second. Trying to find the right groove here. The right groove. I think these are all the same. The one I was looking at was down here towards the bottom. I'll probably never see it again. Try a few of these. See which one seems to be the best fit. I have a couple of them that looks like they'd be pretty good. A couple of them that look like not. So we're gonna try that combo. See if any of these want to work. That's what we're gonna do. Even though that one there's long as heck. I don't see that one wanting to work. What do I do with a wrench, guys? Didn't have that wrench out here. No. Definitely not the right size. Okay. This one doesn't want to work either. These are small. Maybe it is a fine or a coarse thread, guys. Maybe it is. I just can't see it. Because none of these are wanting to jive. Well, these are pretty small. This is why you always do what I didn't do at the start of this. I didn't run a screw into it. I didn't set the horn up. I didn't do anything like you're supposed to do before you get to this point. I broke every possible rule that you could break. Basically. So, we are going to shove a coarse one down in there. At least I know it's not coming out of there. That's not happening. Okay. Put that one back in there. These three can go back in here. Now, this horn. Here. One goes up front and this one goes in the back. Okay. So all that being said, it's funny. Michael Graham, one of my buddies and one of my subscribers, he's an awesome dude, awesome guy. He runs Traxxas. He had the fastest Revo in the speed contest last year, or this year I should say. Yeah, that's perfect, guys. That's pretty good almost. It's a little funky, but we'll make it work. But anyway, he commented and we were talking about, I was talking about my headlamp because I can't see. He said he uses readers, which are magnifying glasses, and lamps too. I said, yeah. I said, I wear glasses and I still can't see. And I got magnifying visor up there above us, and I got my lamps are magnifying lenses up there. So yeah. Well, that's a beautiful thing, guys. Look how that's fast to sell, guys, for a stock servo. Oh, look at that lean. Okay, that's the end point. It goes way past that. That's the end point. It goes past that. So yeah, we need to calm those down a little bit, but that's good. Bada bing, boys. We in business, fellas. We in business. I'm happy as a pig in poop right now. So before we get carried away, let's get all this servo stuff put away. That's why we keep bags of everything and don't throw nothing away. Nothing gets thrown away, guys. Nothing. Every nut, bolt, every spacer, every rubber grommet, everything. Empty little plastic baggies that the spacers and stuff came in. Yeah, we don't throw nothing away. Old horns that are too big for anything we use. Yeah, we still don't throw it away. We keep everything, boys. Okay, where'd that go? Bam. Well, that's interesting because I just dropped a baggie full of stuff down here in advance. Where'd it go, guys? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. It wasn't a baggie, it was a 1-star. Okay. And while I'm sitting here, let me get this body out of here. Yep, truggy body. Of course. And that goes. Okay, put this back in here. And the throttle servo, we will not worry about that right now because that's easy to adjust, guys. If we have to adjust that, that's nothing. That's a piece of cake. The steering one's upside down. Now I can put the skid plates on. I can fasten the bell cranks down on the front. You guys can't see none of this, so I got you zoomed in too tight. But yeah, now I can fasten all this down and get the skid plates in order. So yeah. Okay. All right, there's that. Let me see here. So I should really get you guys up higher, looking down more. Hold on, be right back, guys. Hold on. Okay, guys, I backed you up a little bit. Let's see. No, you can go find something to do. Go get your grubs. Popping up over here, looking at me all funny. I brought you up a little bit, so we'll see what's going to happen with that. But we are going to set this endpoint. But then again, I guess it really doesn't matter because this receiver is not going to be in this truck. But in case it is, in case we leave it in here, we're going to do it anyway. EPA, endpoint, steering, yes. Enter now. Okay, there we go. Boop. Now we go to the other one. Enter. Enter. Negative. Just like that, guys. Just like that. Okay. Done. Enter. Exit. Exit. Back to the beginning. Now we can turn this all off and button this up. Truck's off. Radio's off. Alright. Bada bing, bada boom. Look at what I got in my arm. I got one hell of a groove running down my arm. It's been there for a while. That's interesting. Thought my dog got a hold of me. Looks like I got something I'm allergic to, or something chewed me up. I don't know what the hell. My dog don't have fleas, but he's scratching a lot, because you know what does have fleas? Cats. And we have a lot of cats in this building, and that's what pisses me off, because he's a country dog, never had fleas before in his life. Now we move here, and every once in a while I pull a flea off him. That's crazy. So yeah, not happy about that one bit. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a cat hater. I love cats. I'm just making a point. I am making a point. My pup's got cooties. He's a cootie bag now. Okay, boys, here we go. Let's put this front end on. Get the front bumper strapped in. Okay, there's that and that. We got everything in here. Everything's good. Get this receiver out here so we don't smash that. Get the battery out of here so we don't smash that. And this is the one that's missing the cross brace. Remember? Got to put the cross brace on it. That I thought we got out already. Thought we did. Yep, here it is. And we gotta have 2 shorty screws for that. 1 shorty, 2 shorties. And we're gonna need the rest of our screws too, so I don't know why I did that for. Gotta have our 2 long ones with the front. 2 long front tapered ones. And we gotta have 2 long shorties. We gotta have 2 shorties. 2 tapered shorties. Right. Yes. So let's try this for a minute and see how far we get, guys. All right, there's that. Now we need to put these in here. Still gonna need shorties. Still gonna need two more shorties. Miscounted. Miscounted. We did. There's that one. Okay. There's the other 2 shorties. Now, put this on. Oh, got our pins too far back. If you got your pins too far back, guys, you'll never get this to clamp down on there. Like that, like that, just like that. Okay, and like Flynn. Now, let's get our long ones. Get those in, get that clamp down. Oop. Okay. Now we need our 2 fine screws, or fine thread ones. And those are what go into the bell cranks. These are the ones that I tell you do not put Loctite on. These are also the ones that I got too many stainless steel ones in there, and I don't like stainless steel ones. So these go in here. Like that, nice and easy. No need to hit it again. Like that. Then you got your 2 shorties on the side here. Give her a whirl. Got the other shorty right here. Okay. So we got a tapered shorty. And tapered shorty. Okay. for that, and one shorty for that. Caught it. Wasn't getting away, guys. Wasn't getting away. I like how Lou Diamond Phillips is in this Call of Duty. Seen Kevin Spacey, and I'm Lou Diamond Phillips. Always big stars in there. If you make it into the Call of Duty franchise, you've like officially made it. They say, oh yeah, winning the Oscar and all that, that's nothing. Getting into the franchise, that's where the money's at. So now we can put our bumper clips on. 1, 2. Put these long shorties back in here. Boom. We're using the round button heads, not the tapered ones, for these. Yellow lenses, love it. 21. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, guys. Goes back over there. Bam. Put that right there. Now, the battery can go up here because the battery is going to be the one that we're going to use for this, but the receiver's not the right receiver, so there's no sense in even doing any of this. See how this servo right there has that button head screw in it? That's what I thought went in the bottom one, and that's also a coarse thread. So that explains why we had to do that on the other one too. So this is good. The lid, we got to wait for a receiver, which we're going to get tomorrow, and we know that the servos are zeroed out and working fine. And tomorrow, hold on guys, we're gonna look at this time real quick. Okay, boys and girls, we're at about 50 minutes right now. So we know this servo or this receiver is not to be used. That's going into the low-C T over there, that truggy. This battery pack will work in here though. That's what we're going to keep in here. That'll stay here. The Venom I have in the battery box that you guys seen, the Venom 1600, that'll be the one that goes in the low-C. So that's cool for that. We need to get another three wire switch. 3 lead, we'll call it 3 lead because there's 3 leads coming off from the switch, not 3 wires. 2 wire, 3 leads. So we need to order some more 3 lead switches. We can have those here in a couple days. I think I might do that tonight. I do got enough money in my piggy bank to get a few of those. The receivers, probably not so much. I might have enough to get a couple receivers. I don't know. That's why I don't like diving off into builds and not having what I need to do it right, you know. So I might bite the bullet and spend the money, which I really don't have, but we'll go ahead and get it anyway, and we'll get that covered. So I know the receivers are here, and I know the battery or the switch harnesses are here. We have enough batteries, so we're good across the board to do the other 2 trucks, because then I'll have enough of everything I need to do this truck, the other 2 Savages, the 25, the 26, 28. So right now I have in the build process a 21, a 25, and a 28. Ain't that badass? That's fucking badass, ain't it, guys? And then I'll have enough left over to finish the low-C 8T, the truggy back behind me. So everything's looking good, guys. This is looking dynamite, just the way it is right now. We got our harness all set up. There's our switches. Slap this down in here. See what the hell my dog doing? I can hear him walking around. Neighbors have been all over the place, up and down. Actually even loud for me. Like, come on, man. What the hell? One of them's out there banging around right now, like a bunch of crackheads. So I want to get that, get all this in here, nice and neat, like, bam, like that. Get our wires pushed down into the body of the box, like that, bam. And this crooked ass thing, that's another reason I didn't like these, but I'm sticking to the old fashioned ways. I'm putting a 21 harness in here and set up, I should say. So it's got to be, you know, authentic. Run all those terminals down in there so they stay out of the way and do not get pinched. Put our lid back on. Get this all buttoned up for tomorrow. this bumper out and slap them down on there. And why don't you want to fit? What's in the way? The switch is in the way. The on and off switch is so long that it's not letting there. It's still not letting the plate go down over it. Yeah, we'll have to make sure about that, because that's a little weird. It should not be like that. That should just be a standard plug. Yes, it should be. So, anywho, it'll all go together tomorrow. We'll be right back here at the table for episode 31, and we'll be slapping this sucker together. Yes, we will, guys. Boom. Just like that. And then we're going to start work on this, because we got to get, I think I pulled the pin, and the starting pin and spring I think I pulled out of this to use in one of the other motors. I said motors, not engines. We ain't having that fight. So if I did that, I got to pop this back plate off to see if the pin and spring's in there. If it is, cool beans. Put a one-way on it, slap the roto start back plate back on it that was on here to begin with. It's brand new. It's over there in that tray. And then button it up and get it going. Put an exhaust on it, put an air filter on it, and get a clutch set up for it, which is going to be the only hard part, because I don't have any more shims or clutch stuff. So I'm really going to have to look around to see what I have to get a clutch on this, because I don't have anything left up there. I've robbed from Peter to pay Paul on everything I have for my trucks, my Savages. So we'll have to come up with something for this, because we're not going to let that stop the build, just not having clutch shoes and shit. If I would have got what was supposed to be sent to me in the mail, I'd be okay, but it hasn't got here yet. It'll get here soon, and then I'll be taken care of. But right now it's slowing down progress, so we'll have to see what we can do. We'll get this all taken care of. I'm going to put the 15 tooth on here. That'll give me time to find everything tonight. I'm getting ready to shut this out. Probably a little short of an hour, a couple minutes short of an hour, but you guys probably loving this. I think it's pretty cool too. I'm going to get off here, put this off to the side, dig out what I got to have, find the clutches and all that kind of stuff for it and everything. And yeah, tomorrow I'll bring the wheels home. The old school, the vintage HPI wheels, the 5-spoke chrome ones. And we'll get those put on. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, lefty-tighty, righty-loosey. And now we set the opposite. Big 52 tour spur gear on here. We're going to do a 15 tooth clutch bell. I might even drop down to a 14 tooth clutch bell, which will give it a lot of yank. Even though it's a weak 21, little 3.5, it's going to have some snap. If I do that, if I tighten the slipper all the way down, which I did, and we run this 52 on here with a 14 tooth clutch bell, yeah, it'll pull the wheels. That'll be crazy. I got a 21 riding wheelies. That's going to be the bomb. So we'll get all this figured out tomorrow. Get all this shit trimmed up. Figure out why this damn on-off switch is so long that it's impeding this box lid or whatever the hell's going on, and we'll get this all straightened out. Because once I get it buttoned up, that's why I didn't want to take anything off. I don't. Because once you got to clip it in the front, clip it in the front, clip it in the back, and that's all just to hold the damn lid on. You don't want to have to undo all that every time you need to charge a truck, which is every time you go to run the truck. That's just stupid. So I'll run the charging pin out the side to charge the battery up whenever I want to. It'll have a stock receiver in it. It'll run off one of my good HPI radios, which are very good radios still for running around parking lots and such like that, you know. And this will have the carburetor will have a spring and a rubber band on it anyway for a fail-safe, so I'm not worried about that getting away from me at all. So that'll be okay. And we're not going to be doing anything with it major anyway with this cooling head on here, and this is the only 21 cooling head that I have, because yeah, this hasn't been rolled, never will be rolled. This has been a shelf queen ever since it was made. So, you know, besides me firing it up, putting it on the ground and running it around the parking lot up and down and tuning it, is all you're going to see out of this sucker. It ain't going to be baby jumping. It ain't going to be fast turning so it can roll over. It ain't going to be doing shit, guys. This thing's going to be babied until I can get a old junk 21 cooling head for it to slap back on this motor so I don't scratch this one up. That's how that's going to happen. Anywho, Anywho, let me see what time it is here. We got 8 minutes going on this. We're doing really good. And my boy Harold Nitro World. Told you about Harold. Harold's a good young dude, man. You need to check out Harold's videos with his MGTs. He's killing it. We've been having wheelie talk and stuff like that, but he's just sent me a message right now and says, bro, I need to make a 5th scale video. He's wanting to see my Bajas, so that's coming up. That might actually be a wintertime gig. I might bring the Bajas home and then I might have to clean this whole table off, as you see how there's enough room up here due for a piss ant. If I had a couple mice up here having a party, you know, this whole thing would be tore up. But if I had to clear all this off and work on 5th scales this winter, take them apart, clean everything, you know, make sure everything's copacetic, see if I got any blowed gaskets or any bad seals anywhere, you know, make sure clean the carburetors off on them and build them back up, you know, pull them over here in the house and see if they run and kill them real quick. Yeah, that might be a project to do too. So yeah, Harold, you might get your wish, because that's why I got those things, was for a winter project, you know. Plus I have the badass Kyosho, the MP10T down here, dude. I got this race kit, this Kyosho truggy kit down here, race truggy down here, that I have to put together every nut, bolt, screw, O-ring, and washers down there. So I got to completely build that thing. That's why I'm trying to get all my trucks, my little mini fleet. I don't have a fleet like JP's RC's or Nitro Addiction's fleet, but I got a mini fleet. But I need to get my mini fleet taken care of, winterized, and tucked away, so then I can move on to bigger, better projects. And then all my kids are taken care of. I know they're good to go for, if they want to go for a snow run, you know, if they want to go have a snowball fight, or if they want to just sit back and chill and get fat like me all winter and then bust out next summer, I know they're taken care of. So that's what I'm doing right now. That's the goal for all of this, is to get these things set up and taken care of for the winter. That's why the next nice day, I think, which isn't going to be tomorrow, you know, today's Wednesday, tomorrow's Thursday, literally it says 100% chance of rain. So Friday it's supposed to be in the 50s, and Saturday and Sunday it's supposed to be in the 50s, but cloudy. I don't give a shit about cloudy. If it's going to be in the 50s, that's perfect temperature to run trucks. So whatever I don't get accomplished in the next couple of days of building wise, this weekend we'll probably be out running my buggies. We'll probably take all 5 buggies out. All 5 Nitro 8 scales will go out. Each of them will zip through a tank or two, because you know it only takes about 5 minutes to run through a tank of fuel on a buggy. So I might zip 2 tanks through each buggy, get them suckers running good on the homebrew, on that 25% that we whipped up, and dump them, let them run dry, pop the plugs in them, dump a quart of oil inside that head, forget about them. Put the pistons on the bottom, leave them alone. Just like paintball and the 32 Beast. They're sitting over there with oiled up pistons on the bottom, and they might not get ran again, because paintball's just ridiculous with that 28 dynamite in there. He ain't got to prove himself no more this year. And you all seen Grubby Truck. They're talking about Grubby in the comments too, hitting almost 60 foot. You know, the lines, I got still shots of toot, 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 and I put them on Reddit. I put them everywhere of where he landed at. And where he landed at was about 56, 55 feet. So he was about 4 foot short of 60 foot. So Grubby's flying. He's doing really good. And the problem truck did the same thing. So, yeah. But anyway, that's what's going on with that. And like I said, Harold's wanting a 5th scale run. That's probably going to be a winter thing, because I'd very much like to get those things in here and tinker with them. I haven't had my hands on a Baja since like 2007, 2008, I think, when I had my first one. And then I got a second one about 2009, just before I had to sell my first collection. That was when I got my second one. But it's been a lot of years, 15 years since I've had my hands on one. So that's gonna be fun times. Anywho, that's what we got going on. When I ditch you guys here in a second and kick you to the curb, I'm going to start looking to make sure I got the parts I need for this clutch assembly somewhere around here. I'll have all the parts already set up here for tomorrow's shoot. Tomorrow we will try to knock out the clutch. We will try to get the engine mounted. We will get the wheels on. We will try getting the radio gear in, and so forth like that. We're going to keep it around an hour, like I said. I like running it at about an hour, so we're going to keep it there for right now, and see what else we can get into. You know, it's going to be rainy and nasty anyway. I might make 2 or 3 or 4 hour-long videos tomorrow, just on finishing this truck up. All I got to get here is the wheels, the radio, and receiver. I have everything else to make this thing move. So tomorrow, the vintage 21 might come to life, guys. Might happen tomorrow. And with all that said, we are going to move him out of the way, back up here to the stand. Sorry about that, guys. I know I just hit that camera with my arm. That's going to take some big time getting used to. Because you can see me right here, right? Okay. You see this? The camera is right there. That's how close the camera is to where I'm sitting right now. But you can't hear any of this. None of this reverberates through the camera. So I like this mount. I like the way I got it mounted right now. It's good for doing these recordings because all I got to do is unhook it, take the camera down, and then when I want to make another video, hook it back up and put the camera back on it, and it's table free. I got all the table back. I got all my room back. I don't have that board bolted to my wooden table here no more. I got all these damn holes stuck in there where I had it bolted down with 6-inch bolts. But yeah, everything's going good. And don't forget, we still have 3 of these that we have to take apart down to the nitty gritty. And yeah, get these rebuilt, cleaned out. We got to take 2 carbs and make 3 carbs and make 2. So you guys are stuck with me. If you come back to watch this, if you like what you've seen, guys, please smash that like button for me. When I get up and see the likes are adding up on the videos, it means a lot. You know, I see people watching the videos, but the number of watches, you know, there'll be 20, 30 watches and like 4 likes. Okay, you know, thumb down, thumb up, something, some kind of interaction would be greatly appreciated. I don't care. Just, I appreciate having you guys here and watch the videos. That's what it's all about, is interaction. I'm all about interaction. I don't care what this channel's doing, what that channel's doing. We're all trying to do the same thing. To me, it's about interacting with you guys. We talk shit, we ask questions, we, you know, help each other out and stuff like that. That's, to me, that's what it's all about. That's why I started doing this channel, was to openly discuss a passion of mine, which is RC cars. So feel free to say anything you guys want to, comment down below. You know, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Consider subscribing to the channel. Tell your friends about me. You know, let's get this thing moving, because wintertime's coming and we don't have much time left for this, and then it's going to be lockdown and build and lockdown and all that kind of shit coming up. So let's enjoy the rest of this year while we can and keep doing what we're doing. Love, respect, and appreciate each and every one of you. OGs, Nitro RCs, here at the Nitro Corner again. And I'll catch you guys in the next one when we try knocking this 21 out. Peace.